It was narrated from Abu Huraira that the Prophet, blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, said, "Religion is easy, and no one commits himself to religious practices more than he can bear, but he will be overwhelmed and unable to continue. So do your best and do not go to extremes. Be of good cheer, and seek help in the morning and in the afternoon and during part of the night." Commentary. The religion of Islam is a religion of ease. The Prophet, blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, urged us to persist in a moderate approach to doing righteous deeds and acts of worship, and limiting that to what one is able to do and is able to persist in doing regularly. Whoever commits himself to religious practices more than he can bear and goes to extremes will not be able to carry on, and this overcommitment will overwhelm him and defeat him. In the beginning of the Hadith, the Prophet, blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, sets out this important principle. He says religion is easy, meaning that it is easy and straightforward in its beliefs, in the manners and attitudes that it promotes, in the righteous deeds that it enjoins, and in the things that it prohibits and forbids. Then he advises us to be moderate and to do our best, encouraging us with words of glad tidings and urging us not to despair. Being moderate is mentioned with regard to doing righteous deeds and in doing acts of worship, so that the individual does not fall short with regard to what he is enjoined to do, and he does not take on of such deeds more than he can bear, and thus he avoids going to extremes or becoming negligent. Do your best means, even if you cannot do it perfectly, then try your best to do what is close to that level. Be of good cheer means have hope of reward, because you will be rewarded for your good deeds even if they are few. Then the Prophet, blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, tells us about that which can help us to be moderate and do our best, as he said, "And seek help in the morning and in the afternoon and during part of the night." These are 3 times that are good for doing righteous deeds and acts of worship which help a person in his journey towards Allah. The morning is the beginning of the day, and the afternoon is the end of the day. The word translated here as night refers to traveling at the end of the night, which is something praiseworthy in the case of physical, worldly journeys, and in one's spiritual journey towards Allah through doing acts of worship and righteous deeds. The Prophet, blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, said, "And during part of the night," he did not say at night, so as to make it easier, because it is difficult to do deeds at night. The beginning of these words sound as if the Prophet, blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, was speaking to a traveler who is trying to cover the distance to reach his destination. So he drew his attention to the times when he has the most energy, when his acts of worship and righteous deeds will produce the best results. Thus he likened man in this world to a traveler, and this is indeed how he is, because this world is a realm of travel and movement that leads to the hereafter. So the Prophet, blessings and peace of Allah be upon him, pointed out to his ummah that they should strive to make the most of these times of opportunity and any periods of free time that they have. This hadith motivates people who aspire to do righteous deeds and acts of worship and gives them glad tidings of the reward that will result from their good deeds.